The Delhi Metro is a lifeline for the city, bustling with activity day and night. But sometimes, the silence of the night can give birth to haunting experiences that are impossible to forget. This is the story of Vedant, a young professional whose life changed forever one chilling night. It was 3 years ago when Vedant received a project that could make or break his career. Determined to succeed, he had been working late nights at the office for weeks. On that fateful night, Vedant stayed at work past his usual hours. Had he left on time, he would have easily caught the metro. Unfortunately, he missed the earlier trains and was forced to board the last metro heading toward Noida. The air outside was biting cold, and his breath turned to mist as he hurried onto the nearly deserted platform. As the train doors were about to close, he rushed in and found himself in an empty compartment. Vedant took a seat, trying to shake off the eerie feeling of solitude. The metro started with a slight jerk and picked up speed. He soon noticed that he was the only passenger in the entire train. The empty compartments, coupled with the faint hum of the train, unsettled him. Vedant's heartbeat quickened, though he tried to dismiss his unease. The train reached the next station, and the doors slid open. A cold breeze swept through the compartment. Vedant shivered, but it wasn't the chill that unsettled him. It was what he saw on the platform. The station was completely deserted, except for one person sitting on an iron bench. The man appeared to be around 18 years old, dressed in jeans and a jacket. His posture was unnaturally stiff, as though an iron rod supported his spine. His wide-open eyes stared into the distance, unblinking. What disturbed Vedant the most was the man's eerie smile, stretched unnaturally from ear to ear, as though frozen in place. Vedant's heart raced. He tried to convince himself that the man was just a drunken stranger or someone lost in thought. As the train doors closed and it pulled away, the man remained motionless, staring ahead. At the next station, Vedant was startled to see the same man sitting on another bench with the same chilling smile. His blood ran cold. How could the man have reached there before the train? Vedant's rational mind struggled to make sense of what was happening. The metro continued to its next stop. This time, the man was no longer seated but standing near the bench, staring directly at Vedant. Panic surged through him. Vedant rushed toward the driver's compartment, banging on the iron wall, desperate for someone to respond. But there was no reply. At the next station, the lights on the platform were dim, and the fog made visibility poor. The man was nowhere to be seen. Vedant sighed in relief, but his solace was short-lived. In the dim light, he noticed a figure moving toward the train, a slow, puppet-like motion. It was the same man. The man boarded the train, his movements jerky and unnatural. Vedant's body stiffened in fear. The train doors closed, trapping him inside with the man. As the train jerked forward, Vedant stumbled and fell. When he looked back, the man was advancing toward him, his expression unchanged. Terrified, Vedant scrambled to his feet and ran toward the last compartment. The lights in the compartments began to flicker, adding to the horror. The man was now only a few feet away, his unblinking eyes locked onto Vedant. Just as the man reached out to grab him, the train arrived at the next station, and the doors opened slightly. Vedant seized the chance, squeezing through the narrow gap and sprinting up the stairs without looking back. He ran past metro staff and policemen, not stopping until he reached the road outside. Gasping for breath, he glanced back at the station. The metro train was still there, its last compartment blinking ominously. To this day, Vedant cannot forget the haunting smile of that man or the terror he felt that night. The experience left him with a chilling question: was it all real, or had his mind played tricks on him in the dead of night?